Ladies and gentlemen, SLW Figures here, back with another video, and today we're going to be giving our review on SummerSlam 2023 and everything that happened, including the main event, which was pretty shocking to me. You're going to have to find out later on. So first thing I want to talk about here was the starting match, and that was Ricochet versus Logan Paul. In my opinion, this one was... It was well done. It was a good first match. I didn't quite think it was going to be good to start off the Detroit crowd with that. But they performed pretty well in this one, and I thought it was pretty well done. So they did a good job on that. Logan Paul, I don't think he should have cheated, but honestly, I should have expected it because he's a heel. And, like, what else could he do? What else could he do here? But, yeah, it was quite a good match. Can't wait to see Ricochet in more matches with Logan Paul. I do want to see him win. Maybe we'll have that set up for like a feud, possibly leading to Mania, but we'll have to see what happens. Now, going into our next match here, we have one of what I thought was probably one of the most exciting matches of the night. We have Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. Now, during this entire feud, I was basically just like, this feud wasn't really much of a feud. It was more or less just Brock Lesnar beating the crap out of Cody Rhodes, and I sort of didn't like it, but at the end, I think that Brock Lesnar definitely got what he deserved. He earned the respect, and I know that this was just a filler storyline, but I felt like it was way too one-sided. But overall, the match at SummerSlam, I thought it was really good. It was really exciting, and I loved it. And yeah, it was really good for a second match, and it really finished off the feud in the right way. Now, this is another feud that I hope they do continue, because this is a pretty great feud. I hope that Cody can get more wins if they do continue the feud, but I think that this is officially where it's going to end. So overall, I thought it was a really good feud, even though it was like sort of one-sided towards Brock. I loved how it was played out and everything, because there was certain points where I felt like WWE was doing this just because they were giving up on Cody after him losing at WrestleMania. But overall, now that I see it, I think that Triple H knew what he was doing with this one, and I can't wait to see more of it. So yeah. Okay, now we get to probably one of my favorite matches of the night besides the Tribal Combat, and this was the Battle Royal. Now let me tell you, like everyone going into this, I really wanted LA Knight to win, and I'm glad that he did. And there were so many like big moments that happened. I didn't expect Omos to be in it at all, or really anyone big like that, but I'm glad that they did put him in, because it was really nice. I thought there was going to be some returning superstars as well. I thought, you know, people were rumoring that Randy, that possibly Bray Wyatt might return. I really wanted to see that one specifically because Bray Wyatt's my favorite. But yeah, overall, it was a great match. I love the execution, especially when everyone worked together to eliminate Omos. And yeah, it was a really great match, nothing else to say. I'm going to move on. Moving on to our next match that happened. It was Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey. Personally, I didn't care for this match, but I'm glad Shayna won. I know that like my brother and me were freaking out when Shayna turned on Ronda at the end of like Money in the Bank, and we were really excited to see where the feud goes. And now that we've seen where it has gone, I feel like it might continue. It probably will continue, but we'll just have to wait and see. As for the match and the results itself, I thought everything was really nice, so I guess I can give it a 10. Really, I think what they could have done better is if they had it like somewhat more stretched out. Like, I don't think they should have had the match at SummerSlam. I know it's a big show and everything, but I think they should have waited till like maybe around later in the year, maybe like the end of the year type of thing. But I'm glad that they had this match. I'm glad that Shayna won. And yeah, that's basically all that I have to say here. Finally, it is time to move on to some of the big matches. And first up, we have Drew McIntyre and Gunther. And first off, let's just appreciate I got a new Gunther figure. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm loving the detail on this thing. Sorry, my camera's blurry. But yeah, I'm loving this figure, and I thought the match was pretty great. Like, I was there, they had some pretty good spots and stuff like that, I thought that it was really well performed, and the suspense on who was going to win was really capturing me. So yeah, I thought it was a really nice execution of the match, and yeah, it was quite the match. There's not really much else I can say about it. It was just good in general. It was just good, and that is what a wrestling match should be. And I can't wait to see if this feud continues as well. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. So yeah. Okay, and now we have the World Heavyweight Championship match right here. This is one of the ones I've been probably the most excited for. I always love to see Seth fight with the World Heavyweight Championship, and this was a really great match. I was sort of not expecting, you know, Damian Priest to come out attempting to try and cash in, but he handed Finn Balor the briefcase, and Finn Balor was like not falling for it, thinking that like Damian was gonna betray him or something like that, and that costed him the win. So yeah, that was pretty strange. I think that's gonna be the start of a feud, but overall it was a really good match. They had a lot of good stuff being shown off. I really liked how the story was expanded during the match. It was pretty great. Also, this attire here is the actual attire that he wore to SummerSlam, which is a callback to when they actually first faced off at SummerSlam years ago. I believe it was for like the Universal Championship, first Universal Championship now, and sort of a callback, you know. At the time, Finn Balor won the Universal Championship. Now Seth has the World Heavyweight Championship. It's like sort of full circle, but yeah. Overall, this match was 10 out of 10. I think it was great, and I would definitely want to see this match again in the future. So if WWE ever does it again, I'll definitely be there. All right, now let's get into the women's match over here. We had Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Asuka. It was really good, and it was kind of like the match that pumped a lot of the people up. Like at this point, they were trying to win the crowd back over. So like we were watching this during like a watch party or something while we were doing this, and we remember a whole lot of times we were tweaking at the idea of Io Sky's theme playing and her cashing in on the contract, and we didn't think it was gonna happen. We were just like, oh, imagine if this happened, right? And then at the end of the match, it actually did happen. And yeah, so Bayley helped Io Sky cash in and win. It was a really nice match, and I hope Bianca's okay, because you know, the knee thing that she had during, like, it could have ended the match or something like that, but I'm glad she was able to keep fighting. I feel like it might have been a work, you know, kind of like how when Sasha Banks was injured, they put her on a stretcher, and then she just got off the stretcher, got back in, and started fighting again. But yeah, Io Sky winning, I think, was a great choice, and I can't wait to see what she does in WWE now that she has the championship on her. Like, who's she gonna face? Maybe Bayley is looking for the title. Maybe we'll have a Judgment Day type of thing where Bayley betrays Io. We'll have to see. All right, now finally it is time to talk about one of the most anticipated matches of the night, the Tribal Combat. This match right here was really interesting to see. There was so much going on, and it was like, at the same time I knew Roman was gonna win, but during the entire match, tensions were on like always, but I did not expect to see Jimmy come here and betray his brother. The Usos are now over. That's sort of troubling to think about. And, you know, Jey Uso, he was trying to fight for him and his brother. They wanted to, you know, get Roman off the throne. They wanted to become the tribal chief, main event Jey Uso. And Jimmy must have been jealous that he was getting all the spotlight, so he came in and he just betrayed him. I was not expecting that. If anything, I was expecting Solo to come in, which he did, but it was the only thing I was expecting. I didn't expect to see Jimmy Uso, so now the Usos are broken up. That's probably going to lead to a feud. And overall, the spots were really great in this match. Let me just say that Roman through a table was really nice. And I have the new championship here created sort of like, I just put like gold marker over it. But yeah, it was a really great match. I love the execution. One thing that I will quickly say is that I'm actually going to Friday Night SmackDown when it comes back to Canada, and I can't wait to see what the aftermath of this match is going to look like, because you know that's probably going to be either starting or ending the show, and I can't wait to see what is going to happen now. Like, this is insane. We never could have predicted anything like this happening, and I'm really excited to go to that show and see everything that happened, because I'm just in shambles after that. It was insane. Okay, so with that, that is my full SummerSlam review 2023. What would I rate this out of 10? Probably somewhere like an 8 or a 9. It's not as good as a WrestleMania, but it's practically like just there. It is just there, and I thought that it was a really good show, even though the crowd sucked. That was the only problem with it. Some people will say, oh, the matches were bad. Nah, the crowd was the bad part of it. So I don't think they're going to be going back to Detroit. But overall, it was a really great show. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to see you guys again in the next match. I will have the matches out soon, and I will see you next time. Subscribe to SLW for more content. Like, subscribe, follow on our Instagram, SLWFigs209, and I will see you later.